Whew. I was about to make a little vlog. You know, I was gonna park under the street lamp. It was gonna be cute. I was gonna be like, this is where I'm sleeping tonight. And then a lady said, "You are young, dumb, and stupid. I'm not going to sleep until you leave."
In fairness to the lady, I did accidentally blast the music when my car switched from a quiet Spotify podcast to the radio as I was parking.
I was just trying to make a cute little vlog. But I guess that's part of the adventure, right?
So instead of a cute little side street, I ended up outside a Walgreens.
I wrote a little journal entry today that I'm going to read some of it to you. I've been feeling a little anxious recently. That ingrained perfectionistic pressure never really wants to leave. And on this trip, there are moments of appreciation where I'm like doing the thing. And then there are the moments where it feels like I'm not doing enough, seeing enough, appreciating enough. I don't know why there are so many moments when... I don't know why it's so hard to be in the moment.
What is it about hiking?
Dude, I just started already panting.
When you strip it down to its most basic form,
13 minutes. And I'm so sweaty.
you're not really doing anything.
Goddamn.
The only thing that hiking is
I think I'm approaching the top.
walking.
One foot in front of the other.
Walking in the woods, or hopefully somewhere else pretty.
I'm at 53 minutes. I'm not even at the top yet.
But maybe that's what makes it special. The simplicity. And the little surprises you find along the way.
They have ropes. So this is how you... Oh. Oh, okay.
Finding joy in whatever you discover.
Not gonna fall, it's okay. I do. It's part of the adventure, right?
I suppose being out there forces you to be in it. To walk, to climb, to be.
Oh, my dude.
To get to the top. And to not need to think about anything else but the path that you're on. You'll get there eventually. The Pacific Northwest feels like it has magic coursing through its terrain, flowing through the air, and it casts a spell of serenity on all those who enter. Even the birds were affected by it, as they were trusting enough to take some granola from the palm of my hand. And that magical serenity allowed me to foster a connection with someone new.
You know, when you meet somebody and within like 5 minutes, like you're telling them your life story and they're telling you their life story.
And that's pretty much exactly what happened. And it happened for 3 reasons. Right place, right time, and...
I dropped Ritz crackers, and then another group of people who were up there were like, "Are those Ritz crackers?" Because they came up after I dropped them, and I was like, "Yeah, I dropped them," and then she got them. And after everyone left, it was just us two up there, and we started talking. I was like, "Hey, can I have you for my vlog?" And she was like, "Sure."
And it was only at that point, after we had already shared so much of our stories with each other, that we finally got to the basics.
Hello. I'm Chrissy and I
Actually didn't know your name yet.
Oh yeah, me neither. What's your name?
I'm Ben.
Ben. That's so funny.
Yeah. So we've been talking for like however long.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, that's hysterical.
Yeah.
Chrissy had been living in Vermont for a while. After getting a degree in something she was uninterested in, she cultivated a rather good life for herself. But in spite of having a good enough life to want to stay, she still had a yearning to take this leap in some way.
What kind of helped you get to the point of like, okay, I want to go?
Yeah, that's a really good question. I don't really know. It was just like a feeling that it was coming to be time, and feeling like I had like plateaued in my growth in Vermont. Like, I love it there, but I really feel like I was like growing a lot and learning a lot about myself, and then it just sort of plateaued, and I was like,
Yeah.
okay, if I can't continue to grow here, then I want to continue to grow somewhere else.
Yeah.
Or a lot of different places. So
Yeah, which is a
or
good
the back
thing.
of my Subaru, whatever,
Yeah.
whatever.
Hey, Subaru, let's go.
Yeah, yes. I like saw how my family wanted me to do like the desk job, and like society wants you to do the desk job, and I like tried,
Yeah.
even though I knew I would hate it, and I really did hate it.
Yeah.
I even tried again after the ski and bike shop for like a year and a half, and then
Yeah.
going to Southeast Asia for a while.
Yeah.
I went back to the ski and bike shop, and then I went to like a construction company and tried to do like a project manager position there.
Wow.
And like
Yeah.
totally hated my life there too. So
Yeah. Actually, my old boss, as I was like leaving, I had a really good job, and what he said was, your passion will find a way. Like, so if you're doing something that's like
I
not
like that.
supporting that, like quit and go find a way, which is
Yeah.
kind of what you've done and kind of what I'm doing as well, or figuring out how to do. I don't know.
Totally figuring out. And that's the other thing, is that it's like I'm realizing that you don't need to like have a specific passion to go follow.
Yeah.
Your passion can be trying to find your passion.
Yeah.
Like, as long as you're feeding yourself and like, you know what I mean, and like
Yeah.
you're being safe about things, like I think that there's no reason why you can't like just be experiencing things and like trying things out. Like, I don't know, I remember when I was a little kid, I asked my mom, I was like maybe 6 or 7 years old, and I was like, Mom, how do people pick like one job to do for like a really long time? And my mom was like, well, you know, you study something you love. And I was like, well, I didn't do that, but I didn't know that at like 6. And you know, she's like, well, you study something and then you like try some jobs in it maybe, and then you just kind of, I don't know, you just sort of pick. And I remember being like 6 years old, and I was like, yeah, it's gonna be hard for me. Like, I just knew.
And it was around that time that Diana showed up, or rather stumbled up the side of the mountain.
Is this the appropriate way to get up here?
No,
No,
but I love
but
the
it
effort.
works. Yeah.
I thought there's no way this is legal.
It's fine.
She could have grabbed the crackers.
Yeah, she could. Yeah.
We had a brief conversation with her and then continued from where we left off. But Diana had other plans.
It's sort of funny working with teenagers. Hello.
Yeah. Hi.
Join in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here, Mike. Say, what do you want to say to the people?
Look at the tiny mic.
There's a tiny mic.
Oh my gosh. Hi, good afternoon. It's Wednesday evening, approximately 4:54 p.m., and we are on top of Mount King Storm Trail, Storm King Trail, and I'm just barging in here because I thought these people were having a wonderful conversation, and now I'm just...
No, that's lovely. That's gonna make the take. It's gonna be in it now.
Nothing like saying and then
And-
handing away the microphone.
yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Reporting live. All three of us were here alone, and then we all ended up in the same area at the end of the hike.
True.
Now we're a throuple.
Perfect. Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm glad we're all a couple together now.
The conversation got a little derailed at that point,
The best way possible.
and after some more bird feeding
Oh my god, I'm having the time of my life right now.
and otherwise good vibes,
That's so cool. I want it to like peep down.
I got it.
You got it?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
awesome.
yeah.
That's
pretty
so
funny.
cool.
we made our way back down the mountain, at which point Diana departed. But earlier, I had explained to Chrissy that I was very new to this lifestyle, and she offered to basically show me the ropes on how to actually do road trip van / Subaru car life.
Post hike, about a shower in that lake.
I accepted.
Wow, it's cool.
It was the first time that I'd ever showered in a body of water out in nature. Chrissy told me that she would usually skinny dip to shower, but since there were people nearby, she went in a bathing suit. She then showed me an app called iOverlander, where you can find different parking spots that past van lifers have parked in. And we went to one together.
Not a parking lot, but like a random spot for the first time, which I've been talking about wanting to do. We made food. I made rice for the first time instead of just having pastry. fact that I used my like burner for the first time, and it's the start of the 3rd week. Wow.
And after we dined like the road life royalty we were, we crawled into our separate cars and went to sleep.
She's right there. Night, Chrissy. Okay, so this is where I woke up. There's my friend. Oh God, there's her blocked curtain window.
Morning came and we had breakfast and tea together, accompanied with, of course, more lovely conversations.
A loofah at some point, like in a river. 'Cause, like,
Nice.
Look at this. I mean,
That's
like,
so
feel
great.
it. It's
Hold on.
like, yeah, dude.
Such a great
It's a
loofah.
loofah.
Wow. That's just moss?
Yeah.
Wow.
Soon thereafter, we were getting ready to leave, and Chrissy went to use the bathroom, or use the woods, I suppose, and was gone longer than I expected. Just as I was starting to get concerned, she popped back and said, "You have to see this." So I followed her into the mystical woods of Olympic National Park, where we discussed the wonders of walking barefoot.
Watched her chocolate foot like smash, like face first into a cactus, and I looked down, it's like covered in spikes.
Oh
I
my
was
God.
like, I didn't feel that.
Wow.
Approaching wherever it was that she was taking me. Simply being in the forest, I cannot emphasize enough, felt like magic.
I love this so much, like moss and like the trees and oh my God, the river.
And there we were, less than 5 minutes from where we'd slept, the most beautiful sanctuary from the world that I'd ever seen.
Dude, this is insanely beautiful. Yeah.
And it was here where I skinny dipped with a stranger. I had never skinny dipped in my life, let alone skinny dipped with another person. I've tried so many times to properly articulate what this experience was and why it meant so much.
When I tell you that I got to like there and I like gasped, I was like,
Literally, I mean, same. Oh my God. Look at this place.
Having that level of vulnerability with a stranger. To not be hiding away what I am. We're just existing. There was nothing sexual about it. It was just this almost return to a more authentic existence.
There was a certain homeliness to it as well, a surreal sense of comfort within the discomfort. Once upon a time, humans didn't wear clothes at all, and it felt like a return to that, a more natural existence in a place of pure nature. I'd never realized how much clothing acted to hide away my body until that cover had been stripped, and it was just me.
Unclothed, unhidden, in nature, and unjudged. It was really beautiful. Yeah, I guess. First time. Skinny dipping. Skinny dipping. Skinny dipping.
oh yeah.
Okay. I did it.
As the saying goes, all good things must come to an end.
Yeah.
One last hug.
Yeah.
I'm playing golf.
Our paths will cross again, I think. And I will be much more bound man at that point.
I can't wait. I'm so excited.
And there she goes. Off on another adventure.
But I don't think that saying is fully accurate, because good things tend to have a ripple. And in that way, a good thing doesn't actually end. It just turns into something new.
Hey, buddy.
There were a lot of ripples from that moment in time. Some of the ripples were subtle, simply caused by the energy of the experience.
There was a family there with me back there. A few of them seemed a little judgmental about the fact that I was recording myself doing some of that stuff.
splash my face with water and everything. But you know, I don't think I would have splashed my face with water if I wasn't recording it. I don't think I would have paid as much attention to this moss if I hadn't recorded it that up close. Like, and now I have this perspective and beauty and vision of something that I wouldn't if I really took it in. In some ways, it makes you more in the moment because you're paying more attention to the finer details, seeing the beauty, looking for the beauty, doing the beautiful thing that maybe you wouldn't otherwise.
Some of the ripples came from seemingly meaningless conversations, like those of walking barefoot.
I kind of just put my shoes on out of habit. I was thinking about what Chrissy said. I think I'm gonna take them off for free. Let's do it. Because why not, right? Genuinely felt more connected to the earth, to the magic of the forest. And it's a simple thing. Even in the walking on rocks and twigs and stuff, the feeling of the dirt on the soles of your feet is really something special, which you don't think about if you've never intentionally thought about it, you know?
And perhaps the biggest ripples came from the moment that will stick with me forever.
It's interesting. I keep thinking about skinny dipping. In that moment of just existing, it's radical self-acceptance and just accepting the beauty of the moment and the beauty of the human body and the beauty of nature and just existing and being. I feel like a radical shift in self, in perception of the world as well.
All of those ripples from all of those moments are now continuing on within me.
This is where I'm sleeping for the night, I think. It's this little turnoff. There's like a river down there. I like it here. This is cute. Right, Blue? Blue says right. Adventure. Thanks, Chrissy, for this location. Chrissy was the one who was like, oh, you should sleep here, and now I'm sleeping here. So, shout out Chrissy, coming in clutch yet again. Embracing the moment, whatever it may be, like in hiking in life, how do you find yourself doing that? What makes it easier? What takes away from it?
I think for me, embracing the moment is like really trying as hard as you can to not like tunnel vision all the negative outcomes that could come out of something.
Yeah.
And really just try to be like, either think of just the positive ones or like just kind of have a growth mentality about it, and be like, what am I like gaining from this, and not even like overthink if it like if it achieves some sort of like specific goal, but just sort of like, I really like general goals. Like, I like to talk to people. Am I talking to people? Cool. I like to see the world. Am I seeing the world, no matter what that means? Like, even if I go someplace and don't hit any of the things you're supposed to hit, do I feel like I saw people like living, you know, if it's a cultural thing, like, or like if I'm going someplace to see a culture, like, do I feel like I like saw how people there like live their day-to-day life, like even if it means I spent $2 on like a cup of coffee and just sat there all fucking day, like, and didn't go see any like touristy things. That's mostly for like other countries and stuff. And then I would say within this country, I'm mostly looking to see like the naturalness and the flora and fauna and that kind of thing. And if I walked around even a little bit, like, and like leaning into things that are hard to, like, before my friend bailed on me on this trip, I felt really like, okay, I'm just going to be alone for a couple weeks, but then I'll be with her. And so it was hard for a couple of days, but I was like, it's not going to be for that long. And then when she bailed, somehow I like really leaned into being alone. And now I'm like, no, this is great. Like, this is what I needed, actually.
And you're not alone. Look where you are.
No, I know.
Yeah, look where we are. There's all the people. Yeah. No, that's lovely. Yeah. Thank you for that. Thank you,
Of
both
course.
of you. Yeah.
I was learning to let go of the need for what I pictured to match what I saw, embracing the moment for what it was, not for what I imagined it would be. Leaning into the imperfections and the unmet expectations, and finding the magic that inherently exists within them. And as I started embracing what is and letting go of what should be, I was beginning to see what the beauty of simply following the road could be. And as the road continued on, so too would I. Hey, the end of the video, you made it. Thank you so much for watching through the whole thing. It really means the world. If you could either not like or subscribe, but leave a comment or send me I mean, you can like and subscribe if you want, but like it would mean more if you could either leave a comment or send me a message letting me know what you thought. I've really enjoyed the process of making these, and I'd love to know who's watching, and I'd love to know what you thought. So yeah, that's what this is. If you don't want to do that, that's okay. Yeah, thank you for watching either way, and I'll see you in the next one. All right, bye.